With an annual wheat import bill of about $2 billion, Nigeria is one of Africa's largest wheat importers. But in Jigawa, northwest Nigeria, a wheat revolution is taking root, thanks to heat-tolerant wheat varieties that thrive despite temperatures reaching 40 degrees Celsius. Facilitated by Technologies for African Agricultural Transformation, TAAT, through the International Center for Agricultural Research in the Dry Areas, ICARDA, Lake Chad Research Institute, LCREI, and the National Seed Council, NASC. These high-performance seed varieties are changing the wheat landscape in Nigeria. Sponsored by the African Development Bank in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, FMAFS, through the National Agricultural Growth Scheme, Agro Pocket, NAGS AP, Jigawa State Government, and the Flour Milling Association of Nigeria, FMAN. The wheat revolution in Nigeria has found its nest in Jigawa. Out of Nigeria's 250,000 hectares dedicated to wheat cultivation, Jigawa State alone accounts for 105,000 hectares. The man behind this feat, Malam Umar Namadi, the governor of Jigawa State, takes us through the journey so far.
When we came in as a government, we really mounted a very serious campaign in terms of wheat production. And luckily for us, after mounting the campaign, then the African Development came in through the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. The federal government provided a subsidy of 50% on the input per hectare to grow wheat. So at that point, we thought it's an opportunity for us to improve and to make the farmers come back with production. So we took up that challenge. When we took up that challenge, as at that time, I think about 120 hectares were allocated to Nigeria by the African Development Bank. So at that time, Jigawa State were given 40,000 hectares, 1/3. That is 1/3 of the total. It was a huge challenge actually, but we took up the challenge. When we took up the challenge for 40,000 hectares, we also try as much as possible to encourage farmers also on their own to do additional hectares. So at that point, we ended up doing 55,000 hectares as against the 40,000 hectares. How did that happen? We had a collaboration with EPMAN, Flour Mills of Nigeria, that we do 5,000 hectares together. We supported our farmers and we do 5,000 hectares. Then we encourage individual farmers on their own to do another 10,000 hectares. So that's what gave us the 50,000 hectares. Now these people that have 40,000 hectares, they have 50% subsidy from the federal government. So they will only pay 50% and pick up the inputs. But as at that time, like I told you, our people are skeptical. So even to pay the 50% and pick the input become an issue. So what we did as a government, we intervened. We came in, we asked the people to pay only 25%. 25% of the 50%. Yes. Pay only 25% of the 50%. So we paid the balance of 75%. Government came in and paid the balance of, guaranteed the balance of 75% to the farmers. So, and the farmers were very happy. And we were lucky, wheat was also, the production was very good. And farmers made a lot of money from that. So they get encouraged. And then they were happy with what we have done. The 75% we gave them as a loan to pay back after harvest. And the farmers have paid willingly because they have made money, and that is not only the advantage. The advantage is the fact that, okay, this year, the current wheat season that is going on, the federal government came in again and paid the 50% subsidy. This time the state government doesn't need to go in because the farmers have money on their own. So willingly they went and paid their 50% and then pick up their input. So that's the journey for our, and as at today, we have done about 105,000 hectares, as against the 55,000 hectares we have done last year. African Development Bank, as I think, together with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, will have to take the credit of whatever we are doing. Why? Is because African Development came in with this initiative, transforming wheat production in Nigeria. And that initiative, and they also provided the funding for that. So you see, they have played a very big role. And also the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, who accepted the funding and also involved the subnational, the state, like us, on that transformational journey. So they really play a better role because they encourage us to, even though we have an initiative to do that, but we wouldn't have done as much as we have done without the intervention of the African Development Bank and the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. Yeah, but they also provide technical assistance, especially for us in Jigawa State. We had a lot of meetings with them, and they really provided us some technical assistance on how we can train our farmers, and also technical assistance on also seed production also. So actually they have provided technical assistance to us, and we are very happy with that, and we are making a lot of progress on that basis. Well, fine. Our estimate, like I told you, we are moving forward. We have done 55,000 hectares last year. This year, currently, we have done about 105,000 hectares. And in the next 5 years, in fact, we have a plan actually, wheat production plan. By 2030, we aim to cultivate about 500,000 hectares of wheat in Jigawa State. And this is doable. How do we go about that? Today we are doing 105 hectares. Now in Jigawa State, we have about 2.2 million hectares of land. And 1.9 million of that is arrival land. And 1.4 is also cultivatable land. So currently we are doing under 50% of our land availability. So we have taken steps. One step is that, okay, we'll try as much as possible to revamp our existing dams. We have 10 dams which we are currently working on, and we hope by the end of this year, this dam will be revamped, and then at least a minimum of 5,000 hectares will come back to production. Not only that, recently we have done an experiment. The experiment we have made is that, okay, we have realized that anywhere we have done guinea corn during the rainy season, so during dry season we can do it and it can succeed very well. So meaning that out of this 1.4 million hectares of land we have, where we always use it for guinea corn, we use it for millet, so a lot of that can come back into wheat production. So that is why we are aiming at 500,000 hectares of wheat in the next 5 years. And with that, with 100,000 hectares of wheat, we are aiming at least with a minimum of 2.5% yield. We are aiming to provide 25 to 26% of Nigerian wheat requirement. And ultimately our objective is to provide 40% of the Nigerian wheat requirement. And we are working very hard to achieve that. So by the time we bring in about 800,000 hectares into production, which is doable. So by the time we bring 800,000 hectares into production, that means we'll be able to do about 2 million tons of wheat in Nigeria. 2 million tons of wheat will represent about 40% of the Nigeria requirement for wheat. So that's exactly our target. And we are working towards achieving that, because we are always working. Our research institute is working every day and night, trying to see what we can do to improve. Our technical team is also working day and night to see how we can bring more land into production. And that is one of the success stories that we have discovered now, that wherever we have done guinea corn, we can do wheat. So we are now sensitizing our people. Look, you can also do wheat in this. And we have tried that this season and it worked. So it means by next year, more of that land will come to wheat production. As we continue year in, year out, we'll be able to achieve our target. The African Development and TAAT program can come in so many ways. The African Development Bank can come and support us with the funding so that we can be able to achieve this target. Because like I said, as much as possible, we are trying as possible, even though whether you like it or not, agriculture needs to be subsidized. Whether you like it or not. Even in the developed countries, still they subsidize agriculture. So we will continue to provide subsidy, but withdrawing little by little, like what we did last year and what is happening this year. So we will continue to, even what we are doing in the subsidy, we are also every year reducing the rate of subsidy. If we give you 50% last year, next year we give you 30%, then reduce to 20%, 10%, and then we gradually withdraw. And with that, the farmers are happy. So we definitely, for us to achieve that huge target of 800,000, 500 to 800,000 hectares, I think we need a lot of funding. And the African Development can come in handy to help us. Again, we need technical assistance. Technical assistance in terms of improving the yield, the product, improving the yield. And that means in terms of quality seeds. We have a program that we call Rice Millionaires. And now we have also introduced Wheat Millionaires. What we are doing is that we take use in 11 of our federal constituencies. In each federal constituency, we took 100 youths. We provided them with a 1 hectare of land, and we provide them with this input, all the input on loan basis. They will grow rice, they will grow wheat. Now, when they grow rice, they are providing seeds, and it's for seed. And that we are doing with the National Seed Council for seed multiplication purpose. It's not an ordinary, no, for seed multiplication. So we are doing the same with wheat also. But for us to succeed in that, our research institute is working, but we need a collaboration also in terms of technical assistance from the TAAT project and the African Development Bank. Once we have that technical assistance in terms of training our farmers, in terms of training, also collaborating with our research institute, agricultural research institute we have, and also giving some technical assistance to our technical team, because we have a technical team in the Ministry of Agriculture that are always working day and night to see how we can ramp up production, not only for wheat, but also for other crops.